I'm continuing my MASH retro reviews with my review of Season 1, Episode 10, I Hate a Mystery. So, like I said, this is the 10th episode of Season 1, and it's a pretty enjoyable episode. It's basically a mystery, though you can't really solve it because there's no clues given until it's revealed at the end. I feel like there was another episode later on where they might have done a little bit more, but yeah, unless you know the story, you can't solve it because there's actually no true clues given. So I do want to say it's not a mystery. Even though there is a mystery, you just can't solve it because there's no clues. But despite that, it's still a good episode. Everyone is convinced Hawkeye took the items that were stolen because they were found in his footlocker, which, yeah, that kind of does make sense. There's some great jokes involving Henry, searching for everyone's tent to see if they can find it. Also, when he has the entire camp in the mess tent and says, okay, we'll turn the lights off and just give the stuff back. Nobody gives it back. But yeah, but it's just a chaotic scene. It's just very fun to watch. Then he goes through searching, and everyone's tent. And this is also the first episode where we see Raider's teddy bear. So that this episode is very noteworthy because of that, which does play a role in actually some later episodes, definitely. And some pretty good gags later on too, but we're gonna be talking about those later on. But yeah, this is Raider's teddy bear's first appearance. And some other guys from when Henry's searching are searching in the showers, and Radar pulls on the shower thing to, because Henry wants to check in the shower head, I guess. Ray doesn't get wet. Henry does it, he gets wet, which is funny, and then he goes into the swamp, and that's where he finds it. So that's after he tries to check inside the stovepipe for the swamp's stove, and he gets covered in soot. It's funny, but at the same time, it's not, because Soot is black and Henry's a white actor. So yeah, at least it's clear it's supposed to be his face is covered with soot and not anything else. But given the context of when the show is set and the time period, many people, namely white people, still found that to be funny. At least, like I said, they made it clear that this is Soot, and it was because he was, and the humor does seem though mostly derived from him searching in a place where his face would get covered with soot rather than anything more deliberate. But at the same time, it's like, but your modern audience, that joke just, I would say, doesn't land as well as it used to. And he was told there's going to be soot in there, and then he gets his face covered in soot. That's the funny part. But the context around it kind of draws it down because of, people. Enough said on that. But anyhow, like I said, the items that were stolen were found in Hawkeye's footlocker, and Hawkeye, to clear his name after, a couple of scenes of people just, pretty much everyone believes he actually stole it. And the evidence is not in his favor. Right now, he does the bluff, and they discover that Ho-John was the one who stole it, so that was the Korean houseboy. And because he wanted to sell those items off to get some money, so that way he could bring his family down south, and the money is needed to bribe the border checkpoints. And I think it was Trapper actually said, you could have just asked us for money, and along those lines. And Ho-John's response was, I didn't think you would accept, if I remember everything correctly. And yeah, there's something to be said about that, but at the same time, he could have asked, because I'm pretty sure they would have helped, and all that. And still, this is how you know this show, especially in the early days, was a comedy rather than a drama, because the ending joke revolving around that, they said, you know what, you can keep that stuff so that, and Ho-John's just like, okay, right away. Probably later seasons of the match, they would have actually offered to him, hey, you give us our stuff back and we'll help you get the money you need to bring your family down south. That would have been, how I think later seasons of MASH would have handled it, but not this episode, not this season 1, because that's not humorous or as humorous, so they go with a more humorous option, which makes sense. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like and share. Also, consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on all my latest content. You can also stay up to date on my content by following me on social media. I have a link tree down in the description which has all my social media links on it. Additionally, if you would like to support the channel, you can become a channel member and get early access to all my videos. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you always.